Weather's starting to change out here in Southern California. It's starting to get a little cooler, and I assume it's probably the same everywhere else. So I wanted to go over some battery storage tips and what to do as you go into the winter months that are coming up here, and how to store batteries and all that fun stuff. So one thing, we'll start with this, is it's popular opinion that batteries have to be above or at 80% for optimum battery life. For our batteries, we recommend you just fully charge them. Just go ahead and plug them in until they're fully charged, and then you can store them. Batteries are like people, so you got to keep them within the same temperature range that you keep a person. So 50 to 113 is the temperature range. Obviously, as you get to the more extreme hot and extreme cool, it's not ideal for the battery, but they will withstand it. Anything below 50 or above 110 is going to be too hot or too cold. Too hot. We recommend recharging the battery every 2 months, just plugging it back in, making sure it's fully charged. With that said, don't store the battery while it's plugged into the charger. There are several safeties for these. You have the battery BMS, you have the charge fuse, the charger has a cutoff, and hopefully you have it plugged into a surge protector. But there's still a risk for hazard for fire or damaging the battery if you leave it plugged in for 3 to 6 months. So we do not recommend at any time storing the battery while it's plugged into the charger. Next point, like I said, always make sure to have it plugged into a surge protector, which I think a lot of you guys do already. A lot of you guys have those U-line cabinets and you have multiple chargers plugged into a surge protector, and you can just kind of flip off the surge protector and turn off all those chargers at the same time. That's another thing that I don't have on this list because this list is more customer oriented, but I do recommend is make sure you have a fireproof cabinet for your batteries. U-line makes them. They come in like yellow and red, and they have several different sizes and depths and things like that, depending on the needs of your store. Highly recommend having one of those as well. And when you're storing the battery, make sure our manufacturer said somewhere around negative 20 to 20, so that's like negative 4 to negative 70. Again, 70, I think 73 was like the ideal temperature for these batteries. So when you're storing them, keep that in mind. Don't put them somewhere it's too cold. Too hot or too cold can degrade the cells. And once the cells degrade, there's really nothing you can do. The capacity is just lost. Last is going to be our batteries, the BMS in them that has the deep sleep function. If your battery has a deep sleep function, which pretty much everything does now, you can store it up to 6 months without using it before it starts degrading the cells. And all that means is after 6 months, you have to run in a full cycle. There are some batteries in circulation. They probably are pretty old. If they're not going bad, they probably will be soon. Batteries from, I think it was 2016, 2017 was the old batteries that didn't have the sleep function. I could totally be wrong. Let me verify that for you. But the older batteries are going to be the ones without deep sleep. They need to be cycled every 2 to 3 months because they don't have that deep sleep function and the cells will degrade quicker. So those are our tips for storing batteries for long periods of time. For customers who are traveling out of state or something like that for winter months, or just not using the bikes for longer periods of time.